Hello there. Today we're going to take a look at the Samyang CineV-AF. These are autofocus cinema lenses. And when these were first announced, I really wanted to take a look at these because it's got me really excited because these are great for gimbal work or using it on a drone. And, these are not that expensive. So let's take a look at them and see how they perform. Now, this is the 45 millimeter, and you can get these as a set. They have various focal lengths, but I wanted something as close to the standard 50 millimeter as I could get. Now, these are autofocus cinema lenses, which is really cool. Kind of a first of its kind for full frame cameras, but you can put it on the APS-C also. And it has a really nice focusing ring, and you can also get an adapter which can really give you precise focusing throws. And I think that's really great if you want to use these lenses in a professional environment. But I got this one open box. I got a fairly good discount because I really wanted to see what these all are about. Now, one thing I was a little disappointed with, and that is the focus. And you can see here that, it's having trouble picking up the Bentley across the street. And you can see when it drifts out of focus, it's not really going, normally, and this is on the Sony ZV-E1, it really shouldn't be having that problem. Also, I noticed there is a fair amount of focus breathing with this lens, and so that is a little bit disappointing. But I have to say, for dedicated video lenses, for cinema autofocus lenses, these are pretty nice. You can see it does have a metal mount, which is nice for its price point. And as I talked about earlier, you can get that professional focusing adapter which mounts on the front of the lens. But be aware, when you get that, it's almost as expensive as the lens is. So it makes this lens kind of pricey then. But I would say if you're doing especially shots like this with the ZV-1, they look really good. Now, my lens was out of firmware. It was way off. And I do have the Samyang Lens Station. And I'm able to download the latest firmware. And once I did that, it seemed to improve things a little bit. But the video samples you're seeing here are from that latest firmware that it has. There are the contacts on the front. So when you mount this on your camera, if you get that adapter, now what I did is I wanted to see if I could go ahead and use my Koken filters, my ND filters, and go ahead and put those on the front. And Koken makes this cool little hood, and I went ahead and threw that on there, and it did work. Now I will say, if you get the wider angle versions and you try to do something like this with the Koken adapter, you're probably going to see it. But with the 45 millimeter, the Koken adapter and hood are not visible. Now, I have to say, another cool feature about this lens is when you have it on your camera, you see once in standby mode, it has that tally light. And when you record, you have a red tally light, which is kind of cool. That's the first time I've ever seen that on a lens, which is kind of nice. So all in all, I got to say, I do like this lens. I wanted to weigh it because it is pretty light. It's great for if you want to fly it on a gimbal. And the cool thing is, I believe all of these lenses and all the focal lengths are all the same weight. So if you do change out lenses on your gimbal, you won't have to rebalance it. Now, another exciting thing is there is this. Now, this is an anamorphic adapter. And this is really cool. And while I don't think I really want to try it with the 45 millimeter, I think I'm going to get maybe the 24 or the 35. I'm going to try those out and get that anamorphic adapter and see how that works. Now, there's been a lot of anamorphic adapters on the market, but I think this one might pair really well with the lens. Now, it is expensive. I think it's going to be about $1,000, but really, when you look at what these lenses cost and how sharp this lens is, I think it might be a good option. So there's my first look at the Samyang CineV-AF cinema lenses. And I have to say, I do like them, other than the focus breathing and the slow autofocus. But other than that, I think they're pretty good for the price point. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.